So we do have our favorite military trainer is in the house. Travis Winfield is with us. Welcome, sir, and thank you for your service.
Dude, I appreciate it, man. Just off the heels of Veterans Day, man. So
yeah,
I appreciate you having me.
Was that 23 years in the Navy? Is that right?
24, yeah.
24 years in the Navy.
Yeah, retired 9 years ago, though, so time flies.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you've got basically 2 careers down.
I've technically retired twice. I retired from the Navy 9 years ago, and then I retired from my real estate day-to-day and turned over my the Winfield group to my son last year. So I've technically retired twice, but, you know, can't keep a good man down. And so I'm launching my new book and my new company now.
So what I want to know is when you turn the Winfield group over to your son, does he always get an earful?
No, what can I say, man? I'm blessed, man. His name's Sebastian Winfield. So what better than to have another person take over the Winfield who has the name? But dude, he's on track to destroy my best years in real estate.
Nice.
And I have zero to do with it. And, they always say there's only one people in the world that you want to do better than you truly in your heart. And that's your kids. So absolutely. I could not be more proud.
That's awesome. It's good. I'm glad to hear that. And it's, it's interesting because what you're saying, and I know the military background that you have ties in exactly with what I was talking about with the 50-year mortgage. You have to have that plan, the strategy. And I'm sure that you didn't go in and just say, okay, I'm going to turn this over to my son. Boom, done. There was probably a plan that you and he put together.
You would think. That'd be the smart thing, Ron. But it's actually that's a quick, funny story. We actually, both me and my son shared the stage in Denver at a real estate conference actually 2 weeks ago. And it was the first time he was on stage. And he literally started his speech with, and this is a true story. He started by going, how would you like to be sitting in your office, running the team with your dad? And all of a sudden he walks in and says, sorry, son, it's all yours. I'm done. Talk to you later. Let me know how it goes. And that is kind of the way it went. It was one of those things that I just walked in one day and I just felt it was the right time and he was ready. And I kind of just shoved him out of the nest and into the deep end of the pool. And what can I say? He took flight.
I get it, but even that, you when you groom him for the years, knowing you as I do, I can't believe that you would have taken that path if you didn't have a total confidence that he can succeed.
That's exactly it. Like he had been with me and through his journey, he literally, I've made him do every part of the job, and he was the only one that needed to have confidence in himself. So all I did literally was just push him out of the nest and let him fly. And he did. And
you knew he could.
And I knew he could. I absolutely knew he could. I had the confidence and now he has the confidence and now he's crushing it.
That's so exciting. And I can tell you as a father as well, that's all you ever really want, right? So what are you up to now? I mean, I know you well enough. You're not sitting on the beach in Puerto Vallarta or something.
No. As you know, I've had this vision in my head to build a national military-focused real estate brand for about a decade. And it's kind of funny. During we graduated our first cadre of more certified agents, which is the people that were all the agents around the country goes through our certification.
Okay, what does a more certified agent mean?
So more stands for military operated real estate. That's the name of our company.
Okay.
So that's, of course, we're in the military, so we use acronyms for everything. So
yeah, if you don't have an acronym, if you're not in the military.
That's true. That's true. So more is an acronym. Our tagline is expect more from your agent. So you can see where their play is there. And so all of our agents go through our certification. So we're basically a certification training company and a lead company under one umbrella. So what we're doing is we basically go through, we train our agents to be the absolute best agents possible. Cause there's no real standardized training once you get your license in real estate.
Yeah. And there's no real training even getting a license.
Exactly.
But 90 days, take a test, memorize a few questions that are going to be verbatim on the test. If you can remember, put C here.
Yeah. Exactly. And so what we've done is we've created this very robust training program. So you first have to verify you're military affiliated. Then you have to go through about 25 hours of very robust training. It's not a click-through course, 100 question thing to pass. And then that's not even it. Then you have to upload and verify you've closed at least 3 VA deals in the last 12 months. So that we can now tell the consumer, if you hire a more certified agent, they're not only trained, military affiliated, but also have experience. That way, whether you're buying or selling a home in Virginia, it's going to be the same experience you're going to get in California.
Sounds like McDonald's.
It's why I'll use it all the time. It's like the Big Mac. So the exciting announcement with more is, after a lot of work and after training, we have 50 agents already certified in key military concentration areas all over the country. We are announcing that we are going public to the consumer on December 8th.
What does that mean, going public to the consumer?
It means that we have a website, and then we're going to be launching to the public on December 8th, and we're going to be doing a hard press marketing campaign, and that's when we're going to start connecting the veteran to our more certified agents.
Okay, so that's when the veteran actually. So now you've just been as I've read in some of the books, you've been going through and doing all the practice and the training runs and getting ready. And on the 8th, you're going to actually be able to help somebody.
Yeah, I can't go and say, hey, go hire a more certified agent if we didn't have any more certified agents, huh?
Right. That'd be kind of fun, right?
Right.
So in California, is California one of the, because you said there's 50 people
all over the country. So literally, if you pick a major military concentration area, Norfolk, Virginia, of course, San Diego, Texas, Florida, I mean, Kentucky, Fort Knox, we have agents, right? So we have literally, we did a lot of market research and made sure that we have somebody representing every major military concentration area in the country.
So, and that's going to all be on your website.
All on our website. You'll be able to go to our website and go and see where all of our more certified agents are located.
That's good. That's pretty interesting, because now, if I understand correctly, so if I'm a veteran, I want to buy a house through a more certified agent, and there's not one close, I could probably still hire that agent to do everything that my buyer's agent would do. I might just have to find somebody to open the door for the property I want to see.
No, actually, we'll even go so far as to, if you're in an area we don't have one, we will literally go find an agent, vet them, train them, and get them ready so they are certified, so you can use them in your local area.
Well, how did that happen so quickly? I mean, that's
because we have a very robust training plan, and even if they're not certified at the time of us connecting them, we will basically monitor them and make sure that we have quality control systems in place and everything to make sure.
Wow, a military person with systems. That's
right.
A surprise.
Well, I would love to say they're all my systems, but my partners, Chad and Tristan, are the real wizards behind the scene, and they've literally developed everything behind the scenes. So they're crushing it.
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah. Well, so,
continue our conversation. Travis Winfield is with us. We're chatting. Now, Travis, last time you were here, we were talking about the more operation, but you were also getting ready to launch a book.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's the exciting part. That's why I'm there. So it's officially launching tomorrow. For those of y'all watching on YouTube, it's called Military Money and More. And again, dropping on Amazon tomorrow. You can find it at traviswinfield.com, has all the links. But here's the thing, like I want to kind of touch on something. You said a statistic earlier that Veterans United said about 7 out of 10 have ever used their VA home loan. I'll actually argue that there's some statistics say only 12% of eligible veterans. There's 20 million active duty military and veterans in our country. And there's statistics out there saying that only 12% have ever used their VA home loan benefit.
So only 30% know about it, and then only 12% have actually used it.
Exactly. And so what we have is an education thing, and we also have a financial literacy crisis. There's so many people in our industry that actually go and say, hey, go learn about your VA home loan benefit. Well, that's great, but you're really only talking to that 12%, aren't you? Maybe the 30% if they know about it. So what I've discovered through my research is that, believe it or not, over 80% of our veterans are not financially sound enough to purchase a home. And to me, that's a travesty, right? And that's what motivated me to write this book, because the fact is that I want to solve the disease, not the symptom. And the disease is financial literacy, because if you fought for our country, damn it, you deserve to own a piece of it. So that's really my mission. So my goal is to take that 12% and make it 100%. And so the book, we talk about.
I'm going to give you a challenge, Travis.
Tell me what you got.
I've got two friends of mine that both served in the military, both Marines.
Yep.
And I've talked to them till I'm blue in the face that it's cheaper and more efficient for them to get a home with their VA benefit than to go and lease.
Yeah.
And both of them are leasing.
Well, so here's what I say. And when I come across a veteran like that, I'm like, so you don't want to buy a home because you don't want to pay the mortgage, right? And they're like, yeah. Well, I was like, you do realize you're still paying a mortgage. You're just paying somebody else's mortgage.
Right.
And sometimes that makes a light bulb go off. But ultimately, I always just do a comparison. Like right now, if you're paying money on a lease, okay, yes, there's pros and cons, right? If you're only going to be there for a year or so, cool, you might want to be flexible. But I've always said, if you're going to be in a home for more than 2 to 3 years, especially for your active duty component, because did you know with the Civil Relief Act that, you know how if you buy a home, you live in it for 2 of the last 5 years, you don't have to pay capital gains?
Right.
Did you know that while you're on active duty, you get a 10-year extension on that? So imagine that. You can buy a home at every duty station while on active duty. And then when you go to retire, you can liquidate them and have if you're married, up to a $500,000 profit exemption for each of those homes. That can literally make you a millionaire overnight if you do it the right way. And that strategy is in my book as well.
And you know something, that those are great tidbits, because I know a lot of veterans I've talked to that have said, well, you know something, I'm only going to be here 3 years until I move. PCS, for those of you that don't want the acronym.
Permanent change of station.
So I think we're reverse there, Travis. I'm supposed to do that. That's fine. But then they say, well, then I can't use my benefit again.
Yeah, there's so many incredible benefits out there serving our military. There's just no marketing budget to tell them they exist. So for example, our more certified agents with military operated real estate are actually, the coursework actually teaches them how to be what's called veteran service officers to an extent. So we don't just teach them how to be real estate agents. We teach them how to be benefits experts for our veterans. So they know all the benefits serving our veterans.
You know something, every time you come in, Travis, and every time I hear you speak, I learn of another benefit that, you know, is not widely known.
Correct.
You know, there's many of them that I know of, but I'm learning more and more that are not widely known. And it's a shame that they aren't, you know, more disseminated. We're going to continue our conversation, Travis Winfield, when we come back. Continuing our conversation, Travis Winfield is with us, the new author as of tomorrow.
Yeah.
What is it? Military Money and More.
Right.
So it's going to be available on Amazon starting tomorrow. And I'm looking at a copy of the book right there in front of me. Great looking cover, the whole bit.
Thanks, man. Look, let's get it on the show, man.
Yeah, nice. So love it. So, you know, your mission with the book. What are you trying to accomplish?
Well, again, this is all right. So if you think about this, here's some true sad statistics. In the military, we have a 60 to 70% divorce rate. And then this is a real sad statistic. 22 veterans take their lives every single day. And do you know what the number one factor is for both of those categories? Finance. And it's sad, right? Because, you know, and so if we could truly solve this and really solve the disease, I really think we can improve the quality of life of our veterans even more so. Because, I mean, let's be real. People don't join the military to get rich, do they, Ron?
No.
All right. You know,
it's a servant's heart.
Exactly. So, you know, so I'm just really passionate about
you go into politics to get rich.
Right. Exactly. Politics, or, you know, get into business, stuff like that. But you don't join the military to get rich.
Right.
And so in this book, I actually teach strategy on how to build wealth while on active duty. I'll give you a quick example. A lot of people don't understand the power of compound interest. Albert Einstein said this should have been the 8th wonder of the world.
Sure.
Right. So just taking $200 a month. I always jokingly say, hey, can you blow $200 going out once a month? Oh yeah, of course. Okay. So sacrifice going to party one night a month, take that $200 and put it in a compound interest account for every month for the next 9 years. If you're a 21-year-old, did you know you stopped investing at age 30 and you just let it ride until you're 67, you're retiring? Do you know how much money you'd have in your bank account?
A couple $1 million.
It's $2.5 million, almost $2.6 million. Or alternatively, if you're a late bloomer like me, because in my book I show that I've made every financial mistake you can make. So I'm passing on, you know, true life lessons. Is that if I waited till 30 and started doing $200 a month until 67, I would have lost over $1 million by not starting early. So time is not your friend with investing, but it's also never too late.
That's the key thing right there. So why is it? And how is your plan to start reaching the military men and women to get financially literate? I mean, because when you really think about it, so many people, if the men and women had an MBA already, they're probably not going in the military.
Correct. So we're doing it through multiple. I've been teaching this class honestly for about 5 years, but I feel like it's not been getting the traction, and I haven't had the audience, right? Because people don't want to sit in the class. So I made the decision to figure out how to do it in different modalities. So the book is the first phase, because now you can do it. I'm in the process of doing the audio book because some people like to hear different ways.
Some of us can't read.
Right, exactly.
I got 3 degrees and can't read.
I'm with you. I'm not a big reader myself. And then we're also in the process of converting this in military operated real estate. We're converting this to an online courseware. So it's actually going to also be a class that the veteran can take. Instead, if they're not readers, cool, it's a reference, but we're actually we're going to be doing an online class that they can enroll in as well.
That's wonderful. I mean, the idea there, can you imagine how much better things would get if we've got the community of veterans, and it's a large community. There's a lot of veterans.
20 million in our country. 20
million. We've got about 350 million people in the country. So it's about 7 or 8%.
For the record, only about 6% of our U.S. citizens have ever raised their right hand to serve our country.
6%.
6%.
Wow. It's a small number.
It's a very small number, but that's okay. I'm not here to change the masses. I would love to save everybody, but damn it, I'm going to try to save every one of my veterans.
You know something, that's a big issue, because there's so many organizations and state governments, because I've run across it in my battle with nonprofit organizations, where the state wants you as an organization to serve everybody, instead of saying, let me just be a rifle instead of a shotgun.
Yeah, I want to be strategic. For example, with a military operated real estate or more, we're not trying to hire. There's literally over 150 to 200,000 agents that would qualify to be in our organization. We're not trying to get all of them. We want these special forces of real estate agents that are absolutely passionate about serving those who've served, because I think that if we can be strategic about this, then the quality that's going to be serving our service members, who are pretty much making the largest financial decision of their life, will be to do it. And in the book, Military Money More, don't think it's by accident that more is at the end, because the goal of this book is to take them all the way to home ownership. And we don't stop at just, oh, well, you're not ready now. Because how many times have you tried to qualify somebody and they're not ready now? You probably don't leave them alone, but there's a lot of people who do.
And we pester them until they tell us to stop.
Exactly. And so
that's either buy now or get a game plan. The only time I ever tell somebody I don't want to talk to them is if I suspect fraud.
Concur. And there's a lot of people that actually go after military members as well. And so we are one of the most sought after people to be exploited in the country.
That's why military and seniors.
That's why they have all the payday loan companies are always sitting outside of bases.
Oh, talk about slime balls.
Yeah.
So Military Money and More, it goes on sale tomorrow on Amazon. If you're looking to buy a house, Travis and his group. Now, your website, is that live now, or that's live?
Yeah, the website's live. So traviswinfield.com is actually the hub that'll take you to all my business. So my book, you can book me to speak. You can find the link to military operated real estate. As even if you're looking to buy here in Southern California, the Winfield group is also there. The more is militaryoperatedrealestate.com. That's militaryoperatedrealestate.com, or you can just go to traviswinfield.com and you'll be able to access everything from there.
Beautiful. Great. I appreciate you coming in. We're going to have you come in some more, and maybe we'll do some of those tidbit things.
Oh, man.
As workshops on Ron Siegel Radio.
Absolutely.